Well, welcome everybody. Like always, you catch us in having our incredible conversation. We're joined here by the incredible Dr. Hassan, that wrote the book of Cult, the Trump of Cult of Trump. Excuse me. I got there. It is, the Cult of Trump. If you have not read it, if you have not seen it, make sure right now and get your copy because a lot of everything you're seeing play out in front of this world and happening is literally linked into through what because MAGA is a cult, and I used to be part of that cult, and that's how me and the doctor met because through spaces, through going back because when I came out of the cult, we would join spaces, talk about it, and I think it's important to realize and acknowledge it. And I look up to Dr. Hassan about his involvement and and the way he's been a leader in the you were in the Moonies. Why don't you quickly tell us a little bit about yourself? For those everybody knows who you are, but give a little bit quick about your little history so people understand your
I'd
qualifications.
love to believe everyone knows who I am, but they don't. But very briefly, I got radicalized by a Moonie front group in 1974 at Queens College. And I became a right-wing fascist, and I believe Moon was the Messiah. And the cult is still very active. They have an AR-15 gun cult in Pennsylvania, involved with Michael Flynn. When I got deprogrammed in 76, I wanted to learn about Chinese communist brainwashing. I wanted to understand what happened to me. And here I am 50 years later, 5 books, a course, a PhD, 2 masters, because I'm fascinated with the human mind, but I have a focus on helping people protect themselves from mind control, help their loved ones who've been radicalized, and to support people who've left. And I wrote about Michael Cohen in my book as a defector
That's
of the
right.
cult of Trump. And I've talked about you, Lev, and we've done some interviews together as a defector of the cult of Trump.
That's right.
And so this whole, but I'll just start by saying that even though I've been on Michael's show and he's been on my show, I've never been able to convince him that Russia really recruited Donald Trump back in the 80s. He keeps denying it. And I'm like, Michael, I've interviewed Craig Unger, Yuri Shvets. There's so many other former CIA and intelligence officers who studied Russian psyops. And this is not a conspiracy theory. It's a known documented thing. So I've never understood how he could keep saying that Russia's not involved. This whole Epstein thing is fascinating, but I want to encourage your listeners to just remember we're in the midst of a psychological warfare situation.
That's right.
A lot of different bad actors, not just Russia, but China, Iran, Nazis, extreme libertarians, the tech bros have their own agenda to manipulate and control. So we need to, as citizens, not overload our brains and try to stay focused on the signal, not the noise.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you so much for all of our viewers that are joining us. This is a special Lev Remembers. Dr. Hassan has been traveling, and I called him up and I asked him to do us a favor because I think our community right now needs it, and because of certain things that's been going on. For those of you that are joining us that have just finished watching our emergency live that we had with Joyanne Reed, that was also part of it. It all has to do, folks. And I want to make it clear. This live today, right now, it strictly has to do with the situation that's going on with Michael Cohen. For those of you that don't want to listen or say enough of Michael Cohen or enough of Lev, I encourage you to please not leave. I encourage you to please stay because this is exactly why I invited Dr. Hassan to be able to be here, to be able to discuss on this because we need to heal. We need to be able to move forward. We don't need to would keep going at each other's throats. And that's why, even though some people, you're going to have the bots in here that are coming in and starting up things and encouraging and trying to stir up stuff. But that's not what it's about. All I care about is the truth. All Joy Reid cares about is the truth. Yes, we've invited Michael Cohen, and I'm going to get to that in a second. I've also, everybody that I think that subscribes, that becomes a paid subscriber, I don't think you're doing it because you want to see some sort of a Jerry Springer show. I think the reason why you're subscribing, you're spending your hard money on contributing, is because you truly want to save our democracy, that you truly want us. And that's what, I truly believe we're all here to do. And again, this is not to pound on Michael Cohen. We're not here to attack Michael Cohen. This is not a space to insult Michael Cohen. So, for those of you that are here, I want you to understand, and I hope that we have a lot of Michael Cohen supporters here. Some of that disagree with me. Some of that even have been attacking me or Ellie or anybody else. I welcome you here, and if you're not here, some of you, can you please call them in here, because I'm trying for us all to heal, and that's why I asked Dr. Hassan. I said, please. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. Can you join us for at least maybe 15, 30 minutes? Because I need you to do me a favor. Because I know a lot of you started contacting me and saying that Michael Cohen won, and he has a lot of respect for you, Dr. Hassan. And he said that, you really understand culture like I do. And I wanted to stop this kind of cult mentality that's starting to brew on both sides. Us against them, and and we're forgetting the main objective, and the objective is all of us against Donald Trump. Now, we might not agree with each other on certain things, and that's okay. And that's all okay, because we're not here, policies, this. But I want to make it clear that my disagreements with Michael Cohen is not disagreements. There's no accusations towards. I want to make it very clear, because a lot of people are throwing a lot of things out there saying that people are accusing Michael Cohen of threatening people, doing things. Absolutely not. And that's why I would like Michael Cohen to be here. I was hoping he would be with me and Joy Reid. You heard Joy invited him. He wouldn't go. I'm hoping maybe Dr. Hassan, maybe can you text him? Because maybe tell him that you're live with us. Maybe he'll join. Tell him you'll mediate, that you promised that we're not going to have, or we could, if he wants to do his show, we could join him on his show at a later date, whatever he wants. But
Yeah.
maybe if you could do that while we're talking, because, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to just say that when I first heard about Zev Shalev, and then later you, and then the Midas Touch, the Micelis brothers, my podcast is on their audio network, the Midas Touch. So I reached out. I was like, "What's going on with Michael Cohen?" And the Micelis brothers didn't want to talk, but just said yes, he's no longer with us. But and I decided to call up Michael because I feel warmly towards him. And I people need to understand, I've been dealing with Scientology, the Moonies, the Krishnas, all of these cults have conspired against the counter cult former member survivor community. So I've learned through hard knocks, don't believe things until you go to the person and you talk to the person,
right.
you hear their side. So I called up Michael Cohen. We talked. He gave me what his position was. I said, thank you. I need to think about it. He invited me back on Mea Culpa. I said, I need to think about it. But honestly, I'm trying to stay focused on Trump, on Gabbard growing up in the Chris Butler cult. I have an interesting interview live stream coming up with an expert on that. That's been on Spy Talk. I have a lot going on, so I just want to stay focused. I'm anti-authoritarianism. I'm for human rights, women's rights, gay rights, trans rights, indigenous rights, rights of minority religions. I'm against theocracy, dismantling our checks and balances. I'm for separation of church and state. So I'm encouraging people to identify the values and use your values as you're hearing all of this noise, and stay focused on what you can contribute to. And not everyone has a big platform like you, Lev. But even if you can talk to one person a week,
That's right.
and build a
Absolutely.
relationship, because people are leaving MAGA. People are questioning it,
That's
but
right.
they need to feel welcome. They need to feel like, people can grow and change. That's why I don't want to rush to think that Michael Cohen's now believing in Donald Trump. I don't imagine that's possible with his family and his father, a Holocaust survivor from Poland. I find that really a stretch, but
Well,
Michael Cohen
well,
protecting his
well,
income
well,
flow, maybe, or what? I
well,
don't know. I don't
well,
know, but I
well,
am
well,
willing to reach out to him now and
Well, that's
just
fascinating you said that because I really want to push back and
go
because you
ahead.
said something that's very interesting. You said you find it very difficult to see how he could support Donald Trump because his father is a Holocaust survivor. Well, how was he with him for 14 years while his father was a Holocaust survivor?
Uh, th-
How
it-
how was
because
how was
people are in cults. Lev, I believe the
Thank you.
Holocaust. I believe as
that's
a
why it's
Moonie.
important. But that's why it's important because as a doctor, I want you to be very clear, and I don't want to put you on the spot because
Go
I, you
ahead.
know, but I need you to be very clear about this because if Michael Cohen, what makes Michael Cohen different than Donald Trump? If they both have information that could help with the survivors, would you say we should stop talking about Donald Trump and we should concentrate on Tulsi and other things? Would you
No,
say we
I
should
want
stop
the
talking?
Epstein files.
Would you
Critical.
say should we stop talking about Steve Bannon or Peter Thiel or anybody? So why? But why is it when we talk about Michael Cohen, I get and and I'm asking you as a doctor, I get the same response like you because a lot of people like yourself even have gone on shows with Michael Cohen, and because of that, I feel like all of you are sugarcoating it to some degree instead of saying, we need to see facts. But then what we see where we're giving him a pass without actually looking at facts. He just went on a 2-hour show where he said that he presently loves Donald Trump, that he presently wants to
It boggles my
meet with him.
mind.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying to you. And that
If
is
he
why.
said that, that boggles my mind. But
Uh, uh,
I'm aware someone made an AI deep fake of me and put up a YouTube
but see,
channel of
that's not
me.
a fake. That's not a fake. No, he
Okay, but I'm
admits
just
it. He
saying
admits.
in this
No, no,
age, we have to be careful.
No, but let's not even go into that because let's not even put that out there because it's not an AI fake. Michael Cohen has admitted he did it. He went on there to speak to Donald Trump. He wants to meet with Donald Trump. He says that he wants to. If he would call him, he literally was just on a show talking about you, saying that he would have Donald Trump call. If Donald Trump called him right now, he would pick up the call. And yes, he wants a pardon, but he says he wants a pardon for 70 million people.
That's what he
But
said to me in the call. Right.
yeah, what he didn't say to you on the call is that the reason why he thinks Donald Trump will give him that pardon is because he's going to give Donald Trump 70 million votes that he's going to bring with him of immigrant. So see, there's a game because that's what he spoke to me about behind the scenes. So that is why I ask people like yourself to mediate to bring him up. So instead of do me a favor, why don't you text him and see if he would come join us because he knows we're having a live right now, and my whole thing is like to make sure that the truth comes out, to make sure that the facts comes out, and if we're wrong about something, I'll be the first one to apologize and say, hey, Michael, I'm wrong about that. Let's go on. Let's go kick some ass. But it's not about one thing or the other because there's not one thing that we were accusing Michael Cohen of, except for talking about a lot of different things.
I'm texting him right now.
Deborah J, why don't you come on up? You say we should leave Michael Cohen alone. This is a show especially about it. I welcome you up. Please come on up and tell us why we should leave Michael Cohen alone. And that is why we're here. For all of you out here that have opinions, please come on up. Don't just text them. Explain to me because I'm curious. I'm curious to understand why you say to leave him alone if he could have pertinent information that could save the survivors. They could get justice for the survivors. They could get justice for get Donald Trump out of office. I really want to understand the mentality, doctor, because I'm not understanding how you don't know how I sent you an invite just now. Here, I'll send it to you again, Deborah. I'm sending you an invite, and all you have to do is accept it, and you will come up.
And in the meantime,
Yeah.
I just want to say that I am a therapist, I am a mediator, and people are radicalized in cults, believe and do terrible things. They do leave. But some go back. It's true, or they join a different cult if they haven't done their homework. And I'm not aware Michael has really done his brainwashing homework, but I like to give people the benefit of the doubt always.
Oh, no, absolutely. And we're here to give the benefit of the doubt. Has he responded to you, by the
No,
way?
I texted him on Signal just now.
Let me text him also. Let me text him also. Hold on. Because, I'm trying to put an end to this once and for all. Here we go. Hi, welcome. Welcome.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, let me
So,
turn this off. I had you on my phone
thank you.
too, but I had to.
No,
I
great.
couldn't get it on my phone. I had to go on my iPad.
Great. You're Deborah, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, welcome, Deborah. And first of all, this is not an attack. I'm not attacking you.
I know.
I really want to know, and I'm curious, and that's why I have the doctor here. And this is why I did this live for people to come up that either support or have questions or misunderstand. And I'm thankful for you to joining us. So please give me your opinion. Let me know what your thoughts or what your questions are.
Well, I kind of Michael reminds me a lot of somebody that I knew very well, and um, eventually I just had to leave it alone. And that's kind of, I think the more you push him, the more he's going to dig in, and um, you can't you just can't force somebody to do what they don't want to do. I guess that's all I'm about. And I realize he probably knows a lot, and he could really make a hero out of himself if he would
God
come
bless you. That's
forward.
right. Great point.
He would have so many
That's right.
people on his side. It,
Amen.
it's
Yeah.
it just blows my mind,
I mean, I agree with you.
But you can't force somebody to do it.
And
And
no, you're right. You're 100% right. And even Ellie Leonard came out and said, Ellie Leonard said, she goes that, this is not, we're not trying to do I got you moment. Even if Michael, you might have been around it, we're not looking to catch you in something. We're looking to unite to get Donald Trump. We're giving you the forgiveness. You
yeah,
could be a hero. Like, it doesn't matter what happened. So I agree with you 100%.
yeah.
And okay, go ahead, Dr. Hassan. I'm sorry.
So Michael just texted me back. I will wait for his call and hopefully an apology. Maybe I should contact Andy Cohen and see if we should air this out in the clubhouse, but I don't do reality TV. So
Oh,
at
I've
least
got
he's
a question.
listening
Yeah.
and he's heard. And by the way, I coach families all the time whose loved ones get radicalized. And I say, if you really believe the person is in a cult, you should have the flexibility and the creativity. Give them the apology. I'm always willing to, hey, I'm sorry if I offended you. If I could go back in time, I'll whatever you need, but can we move forward and let's talk this out? Because if
Mhm.
something is true, it should stand up to scrutiny. And if it's not true, then we want to move on and change our beliefs and change our course of action.
I have a
So,
question for you, Dr. Hassan.
yeah.
Could Michael be suffering from PTSD from being in solitary confinement in jail?
So it's a great question, and it's people do not understand it is torture to be in solitary confinement. This I have a
I spent a
expert
month there. I
forensic
spent a month there.
psychiatrist who's
After
it,
you're here.
that's his specialty, and he's like, this is torturous because humans are social creatures. So if you want to drive them crazy, put them in solitary. But for me, the key thing is when people exit a mind control experience, they should learn about neuroscience, social psychology, understand the principles of mind control, like my bite model of authoritarian control, etc. And I saw somebody was texting about narcissists. But my answer to your question, Deborah, is yes, he could be in fact suffering ill effects from many years of stuff That's why I always approach people in the here and now going forward, not the past, because the past is done. So it's like, okay, now what do we do? We're here together. Do we want to dismantle the US? Do we want a Christian nationalist theological, takeover with white supremacists? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So let's again come back to values and realize we need to have messaging that makes sense, that's understandable for the masses, and we need to open our tent wide to work together against authoritarian mind controllers who want
But
to take away our freedoms.
Yeah.
but doctor, but see, this is what what confuses me, maybe, and maybe that's why I can't get through them, because in a lot of we see a lot of people writing, when you say maybe just apologize for what? Like, I don't have I don't have a problem apologizing if, like, when you just you call up and say, I'm sorry, you are right, and now let's go spread the
No,
propaganda that you're doing. So
no, but
so what do you do?
I love you, Lev, and you know that I love you, and I've been on your show.
I know,
But
that's what I'm saying.
honestly, I want to give you feedback on your channel. I love you, but
I love you.
you were calling him names. You were calling him SHIT and all
He's
kinds of
called. Wait a
other
second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
names.
That's not what he's asking to apologize for.
But
I think.
that you can apologize for, because
I'm
I don't
sorry. Right
believe
here,
in
right here,
ad
right here, doctor,
hominem
doctor,
attack.
doctor. No, I
Yeah.
think you are. I really believe you are. I respect that you're that, but he has never wanted me to apologize for calling him that. Michael, I apologize for calling you a shit. He has called me a lot worse names than that.
No
He's
one should
asking for.
call each other names if we're
Doctor,
being civil.
doctor. Do you understand that he's asking for an apology? That we're asking him to tell us what happened to
He
Katie
didn't say
Johnson?
that in the text. He didn't say.
Oh, so tell him I'm ready to apologize now in front of everybody. Tell him, text him, doctor, please be the mediator. Tell him that that I
I'm
will.
gonna put
If that,
the microphone on and you're gonna speak,
go
okay?
ahead, beautiful. Let's do that. Excellent.
Go. The mic is on.
Go
Shall
ahead.
I go?
Go,
Yes.
Lev.
Can you disconnect, please? Hold on,
Oh,
let
how do I
Deborah
do
disconnect.
that?
Just press X. Michael,
You're
Michael, are you
recording.
there?
Go.
I'm what?
Okay. I was sending a voice message. So
A
just
voice.
speak to him, give a message, and it will go to him.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now it's not. Go.
Michael, we are here live with Dr. Hassan, and he said that you are asking for me to apologize. I don't know what you want me to apologize for, but I would welcome you to come up live right now. And if there's something to apologize for, I will apologize in front of the whole world. So please, Michael, come join us and tell us what to apologize. I will gladly apologize because I don't know what there is to apologize for.
Thank you.
Okay.
I sent it. So the thing is that,
Let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you this. So why now? Explain to me, because I really need your help now, because now I'm
here.
confused. Yeah, because I'm confused right now. Why? What am I trying to achieve by apologizing to Michael Cohen? Just tell me. I'm just
So
asking
I
you.
will tell you my methodology.
No, no,
I
no, no, no,
literally.
no, 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 no. I love you. I love you. I don't want to go into long methodology here. I'm asking direct questions because we have an issue with Michael Cohen. We asked him a question. He says that he did not want to. Joy Reid, everybody has dropped him because have backed me up, saying I did nothing wrong. You are now saying, and I did what you said. I just sent him a message, but I'm asking you for myself now, for my community. What are we apologizing for, and what is our next steps? Like, what are we trying to achieve with Michael Cohen?
So, and forgive me, but I'm going to say what I wanted to say, which is I have a whole methodology for how to help communicate with people. And it always starts with rapport and trust building, and then asking questions and doing follow-up questions. So that's the methodology.
To
So
do
if
what though?
someone says, in
No,
order
but to
to
do what?
talk with you, I need an apology. Oh, okay. Now tell me what's going on, and let's find
But
out.
I'm not a psychologist. You're talking as you as a doctor.
You asked
Why?
me to
No,
mediate,
no, 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 no,
so
no.
I'm
But I'm
doing
asking you. No,
my thing.
no. But you're mediating. You gave me. You suggested for me to do something, and I'm listening to you. But I'm saying to you, how does that help me? You're helping Michael Cohen. He got the apology. Okay,
I
now
disagree. I think it helps everybody because
no,
you're a
no.
role model, Lev.
No,
This
but
is
it's but I'm trying to see. This is what bothers me, Dr. Hassan. I'm trying to get
Hassan.
justice for this Hassan. I'm trying to get justice for the survivors, and you're talking about me being a role model for Michael Cohen. What does
I
that have to
want
do?
justice for
So
the survivors.
so let's talk about that. How does this get justice for the survivors? How does me apologizing to Michael Cohen will Michael Cohen then come up and speak to me or saying on live and talk about is that I'm just trying to understand
I don't
what's the
know. I don't know, but I want your listeners to know my work is used for sex trafficking survivors and labor trafficking survivors because it explains how traffickers and pimps brainwash people to be abused and given a false identity. I'm deep in fighting trafficking and helping
right?
survivors.
No,
So be
that's what I'm
very
saying.
clear. I'm just been asked by you to come in because Michael Cohen and I'm trying to stay focused, and the Epstein files are very
I'm trying,
important.
Dr. Hassan, I respect you and love you, and but I'm going to be extremely honest. The one thing I tell everybody, when it comes to I will take all the advice and everything, but I'm not going to sugarcoat. This is not a politically correct conversation. We're not trying to, we do not. Me and Michael, this is not where me and Michael Cohen are friends, and we're coming to you because you're trying to save a friendship. And
I don't
we're
have
right, right.
I don't think that way.
I brought you on here because we have two communities right now that are now becoming cult-like. Michael Cohen's community right now is attacking my community. My community is attacking Michael Cohen's community, and is becoming cult-like. So I'm trying to figure out how to divide, to unite, and get back to normality. Because what I care about is not getting clicks. I care about to go out there and to get the justice for the
Great,
survivors.
great.
So what I'm trying to understand is how do we accomplish that? How do I accomplish where I could get both communities to come and listen to the truth, facts, and stop innuendos and stop attacking because he said, she said without no facts. Just like Donald Trump's MAGA did, just like we used to do there. So that is why I brought you on, because Michael Cohen won't come on. Michael Cohen will not face us. Michael Cohen will not do. He uses the thing that come apologize. He sent Ellie Leonard a DM in her what that she needs to apologize. Everybody needs to apologize. So what I'm saying to you, it's not a problem to apologize. I'm with it. I don't even have a problem. I'm willing to apologize. My question is, what is the game plan then? Okay, I
If
apologize.
you're
Then what?
asking me the
Yes,
game
yes,
plan, I can
yes.
only tell you my expertise for the game plan. I
No,
can't.
but I understand you telling me to apologize because start
No,
conversation.
put the apology aside.
How do we get you? How do we unite the communities? Forget about the apologies. How do we get Michael Cohen to talk to us or have his community? How do we get the truth and the facts in front of people instead of going off innuendos and assumptions?
Great question. This is my expertise, and I have an influence continuum that talks about groups that are healthy all the way to authoritarian. The authoritarian cults practice under the thought control of Bite, black and white, us versus them, good versus evil thinking. That's not healthy values based place to operate from. So I want to encourage everyone who's listening to you, who's following you, to stay values based, not attacking personalities, but to stay focused,
Absolutely,
as you say, because
absolutely,
crimes have been committed against women, children, girls, and boys by wealthy, powerful people who have harmed the whole planet. And this is a good thing that we want to shed light on it. And Donald Trump knows he is past, and he is desperate for everyone to move on. He would love for all of your followers and Michael's followers to be fighting each other, because then they're not focused on him and the Epstein files and the trafficking victims. And
I
that's
agree
what
with
I
you.
think is the most important
But
thing.
but we agree. But see, we could go. See, this is the problem. We agree on what's happening. How do we? So, what's the solution? See, I understand that Donald Trump. I understand what Michael Cohen's doing. I understand what Donald Trump wants. I know Donald Trump. I know how to. I see it. That's why I'm. That's why I'm trying to figure out how
So
do we stop. Because, like, I'll give you an example. Like, I don't think it's right what Midas Touch is doing, also, or others. That they're not speaking more about it. That they're because the fact that because this is what's happening. Let me explain something to you. You had a person, Michael Cohen, that people have basically gave him a pass because they thought that he was going to be their savior to save Donald Trump, and he's going to go put Donald Trump away. He's going to give evidence against Donald Trump. He's going to do all of these things. But in the process of all these things, Michael Cohen kept lying. Michael Cohen has never given the truth about everything he's been around Donald Trump. Michael Cohen has been deceiving, but the media, because the Stormy Daniels case has been the spotlight, gave him that shine. The Midas Touch went and started their podcast with him. And everybody wanted to be around Michael Cohen. Why? Because Michael Cohen became a cash cow, dollars, clicks, subscribers. Everybody wanted to be. But Michael Cohen never came out and spoke truth to power. Michael Cohen has been hiding stuff all along. And now all of these things are coming out. And now what I see the problem is, and the hardest thing that I've felt, because one thing I had to face when I came out of prison is speaking truth to power. Because it's very easy to sugarcoat things, and try to sit there and say, well, try to be politically correct. I'll be on one side. Both sides have to do it, and both sides. The hardest thing is to say, yes, this is the solution and this is the problem. And that's why I find it hard that a lot of people, a lot of prominent people, are still either don't know what's going on, but after seeing what Michael Cohen has done in the past 3 weeks, I am dumbfounded. I'm telling you honestly, Dr. Hassan, I am dumbfounded.
And I
He went,
haven't been
he,
following it, Lev, like you,
oh,
so
so let's
forgive
do
me.
this. No, and I apologize. I did not know you haven't,
I
because
haven't been following it.
I would like to, and I'd like to apologize then and do this. Can I send you? I would like to send you Michael Cohen's video that he did, and some videos and some emails that he's written, and so you could see in his own words and his own what he's been doing, talking about his his Joy Reid interview, his interview with all. So you could see, and as a professor, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out two things. Two things I want to do. I want to get to the bottom of the truth. What about what's going on with the Epstein files and help the survivors? That's how we got here. The second thing I want to do is I want to try to be able to mend a community here that is now becoming torn apart because of misinformation. And unfortunately, and again, it's not about me. It's about everybody right now trying to. So I don't know what else to do. So, we've invited him. Like right now, I tell you honestly, I know you have to go, and I'm going to stay on here because I still want to talk to some of his supporters. I really want. I'm trying to get
Sure.
an understanding why somebody would want to go harm somebody else and insult somebody else when just literally 2 weeks ago they were praising me. They or praising Ellie Leonard. Like 2 weeks ago, there's people that were saying Ellie Leonard is the best, and now because of Michael Cohen is saying that Ellie Leonard is no good, all of a sudden now they're walking around saying, she's no good. Why? Like I'm trying to understand the psychology
I
of
think
where this.
Yep, I think the bad actors want us to fight amongst ourselves and run down our batteries. I want to say, yes, I'm a professional therapist, but I'm not here in a professional therapy role. I'm not
Okay.
licensed. Someone's asking me about my eye rolls. No, I'm being myself, but I am a trained person in mediation and in communications, but I'm a human being. I'm not perfect, but I just think life's short, and we want to spend our energy helping lift up each other and not tearing each other down. And I also hold bad actors accountable for their behavior. I just
Absolutely.
filmed something about Pam Bondi. We have a video of her when she was running for AG saying how
Yep.
she wants to fight against traffickers, and then an image of her with Raskin at the Judiciary Committee. So I'm all in trying to find solutions together, but it comes back to, I think everyone needs to learn about psychological warfare. What are the techniques and tactics? And be really careful before you speak or share or like things automatically. Really think, is this verified? Is this a trustworthy source, etc.? And if it's as you said, and I have no reason to believe you're not telling me the absolute truth, Lev, that he said what he said, that he wants to be with Donald Trump again, or wants to be on right wing messaging and be pardoned, I think talking it out in a civil way
Absolutely.
is the answer. And if I can serve a role, I would like to do that. But I really just I think life's short, and we have to just we're in such a vital period this year, and we have to pull together.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and I thank you for coming, and I agree with you. The only one thing is that I made a very strong stance is that uh, I will not give up my morals to play that game of we need to stand together to save democracy. It's okay if you cover for the Epstein files. It's okay if you stole this. And I'm not saying you that.
There's no
No, 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 no.
excuse
I'm not
to
saying you, sir.
cover
I'm just
for
saying
the
to you.
Epstein
Exactly.
files or Donald
Exactly.
Trump.
So that's what I'm saying to you. So, but a lot of people usually take that. So I do agree with you, and that's why my objection here is not. And I want to make it very, 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 very clear. I am not looking to be friends with Michael Cohen. I do not like Michael Cohen. I'm being honest. I do not believe Michael Cohen. I think Michael Cohen is not a good human being and what he's doing. That's my personal opinion. That is something that I share and that I could do. But I'm looking to unite our community. And what I want from Michael Cohen is the truth. And that's what I want from Michael, just like I wanted from Donald Trump, just like I wanted from Michael Wolff, just like I wanted from Steve Bannon, just like one. And I want to make it very clear that when we speak every day, it doesn't matter which it is. If they have information that could help us to save our democracy, it doesn't matter if it's Michael Cohen or if it's Michael Wolff or if it's Steve Bannon. We're going to go after him, and we deserve the truth. And the fact that we're still playing this game, and I did the space, especially live, to invite everybody in here to be able to really speak and ask their questions, and for people that support Michael, especially, I wanted them here, and I don't see that many of them here, unfortunately. So look, I want to thank you again, Dr. Hassan. I want to
Sure.
thank you, and Dr. Hassan. I'm going to send
Thank
you,
you.
and I'm working guys. I'm just so bad. I'm so bad with names, and I keep messing up Dr. Hassan's name,
Lev,
and he should. I feel
no
such
worries.
a putz. I apologize.
Love
And
Zelensky, love Ukraine, love Aaron Parnas.
I love you.
We really, Putin is a dictator, a murderer.
That's
He's the
exactly
bad
right.
guy. He's the
Exactly.
puppet
Exactly.
master behind a lot of what's going on, and people have
100%.
not been honest about how much Russia is involved in the oligarchs in manipulating our politics. And for people who love America, we don't want to be taken over by Russia or
And we
Russian
won't. And we
assets,
won't let him. We won't let him.
period.
That's right. We won't
Thanks
let
for
him.
inviting
Thanks again.
me.
Everybody here, please, before Dr. Hassan leaves, hit that Chiron up there. Make sure you give him a follow. Make sure you give him a subscription. Follow him. He is incredible when it comes to cults. We're going to have him back on. We're going to continue this conversation. Hopefully, when we are united already by that time, and hopefully we're talking about how we did. But if not, Dr. Hassan will be here and helping and working it out because, again, we're trying to unite our community to stand together strong against authoritarianism, against dictatorship, against pedophilia, against criminal, all of this corruption that's going on. So again, Thank you so much for coming, and much love. And I'm going to send you that stuff because I do want you to take a look. Again, it's not an attack on
No,
Michael
send
Cohen.
it to me.
I
It's
I
fine.
want you, and no, because it's important, because I want you to watch the whole 2 hours as a not as somebody that's just watching it, but as a professional analyzing the 2 hour, watching his movements, because I had other people do that before I came out and spoke about it, watching his body expression, watching his
I already
movements, watching his face.
agreed. I
No,
will
no, I
I
know.
will
And
make
then
the time to
exactly.
do
And this
that.
way, and then you could give us your professional opinion, come on and say what you think that interview was all about, what you feel, and how we could move forward from there.
Yep, but
That would be great.
I just need one last comment because I saw someone in
Yeah.
your chat saying the fact that he was with Trump for 14 years says it all. I work with people who've been in cults. Like Mike Rinder was in Scientology at position number 3, and he was in 46 years and he left. And he was one of the most outspoken, knowledgeable people about Scientology. There are people who are born in it who didn't think he said
Absolutely.
all the truth of his bad actions. And I'm friends with one of the world authorities on Scientology, John Atack, who's had many times talking with Mike, and he gives him the benefit of the doubt because he was standing up against huge harassment threats. Unfortunately, he passed away of cancer. But the fact that someone was in a mind control cult doing bad
Absolutely.
things does not
I
make
agree with
them
you.
bad forever.
I agree with you
Period.
100, and I stand with you, and I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm a perfect example of it. You know, there's people, and I seen people, and it just because being in a cult, and I said it. That's not, and nobody is blaming Michael for being 14 years in it. I'm the opposite. I think that's why we spoke about it, and are saying that he could be a hero. I mean, if he was willing to come out and sit down and say, just think about it. Even the perfect example of, like you said, the gentleman that was in the cult for 40 years and then came out.
Mike
But when
Rinder.
he came, Mike Rinder. But when Mike Rinder came out, he became an advocate, and basically,
With Leah
it's like,
Remini. It was
right.
like
But he came
educated the
out and said
planet.
everything, right, and educated the planet, and that's what I think Michael Cohen needs to do, because I think he never had his real mea culpa. Because and what I'm saying to you, and I'm not a doctor, you are, but what I'm thinking is, I think some people never let go. And I think Michael Cohen never let go of that life. He was angry at, he did things. I don't believe my true opinion, and I'll tell Michael in his face. And I've told him in his face, we've spoken about it on the phone, is that he misses that life too much. Everything he did was out of getting revenge, like his book says, revenge. It was getting revenge on Trump, not purifying, cleaning himself, and becoming a better person. Because if you really realize it, and if you could show me ways, give me an example besides Stormy Daniels. Show me one example, doctor, that Michael Cohen has helped out against Donald Trump, or anybody in the Trump organization, or anybody in any other world of 14 years to be around Donald Trump in the cult. Tell me,
I think
except
he
for
was called to testify like 30 times or
no,
something
see,
again.
that's what I'm saying to you. No, 30 times where? Stormy Daniels case. It's the same case. It's the same case. Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels.
I have a 1 week call every week with my son,
Yes,
and
go. You
I
gotta
gotta
grab it.
do
Go.
it.
You gotta
And
grab it. Go grab it. Thank
love is
you.
stronger than mind control, and let's keep hopeful and grateful. And yes, if anyone would like to come check out my Substack, my YouTube, and
Absolutely.
thanks. See you. Bye.
Take care. Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, yeah. You gotta press the X button.
Now I need to know how to leave.
Yeah, you gotta press the X button. There's an end. You see, there's an X or an N button over there.
I'm on my computer and I don't see it. Isn't that frustrating?
And I can't. There's nothing I can do.
I'm gonna close the
Yeah,
browser
just close it
window.
up. Yeah, just
All right.
close it up.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye, doctor. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hessa, for joining us. Technology, as you can see, not our bright side. Folks, I just want to say, first of all, shout out and thank Dr. Hassan for coming, giving his opinion. It was a little unfair to him, and I want to say right off the bat, because I asked him to come up last minute. He was not really aware of everything that's been going on with Michael Cohen and everything, and I asked him to do me a favor to come on to try and mediate to see if Michael Cohen would come up. So some of the advice he was trying to give me, it was more of like a general advice, I guess. And I pushed back, and I just want to make it clear that that was not our intention. Our intention here, and for this one, is literally to be able to figure out what is it going to take for Michael Cohen to just come out and face and talk about it and get everything out in the open, and let's move on and stop this going back and forth, and let's stop this accusations. Let's stop the insult. We're just trying to figure out. So anyway, folks, I guess thank you, Deborah, for coming up and sharing us with you your opinion. Before I go, does anybody want to come up? Is there anybody that wants to come up and join and have anything to say on behalf of Michael, or something that they disagree with me, or have a question about me or my past? Because I know a lot of people right away from his side are trying to attack because I used to work for Trump or I was in prison. I have no issues. We could discuss anything, but I have like 5 minutes left because I have an important call I have to get on. So if you didn't have all the, does anybody want to come back? Anybody? Ellie, you're, oh, okay. We have a meeting. I have a 3 o'clock meeting. I have to get on. I apologize, guys. But I will be going on later live. Also, I got Roger Salenberger, who broke the story yesterday we spoke about the other Jane Doe, the 14 to 15-year-old girl that the FBI took a 302 from. He's gonna be live on with me either later today or tomorrow, and we're gonna be talking about all of that breaking news and some of the stuff that's going on with Tulsi Gabbard. So stay tuned. I just did this because I'm trying to unite our community, and I didn't want all of this going out there. So I was hoping that Michael would join us. I was hoping that maybe some of his distractors would join us, and we could, get peace. But we'll keep trying because we're going to keep trying to get the truth out, and we're going to keep trying to unite our community. For those of you that subscribe to both me and Michael, I ask of you, when you go there, don't argue. Don't, if they don't want to listen, just leave. You don't need to. The one thing I ask, let's not spread hate, because I agree with Bad Bunny. Love conquers hate. So my sister's is a very positive energy, as you guys know. So I don't want to, and my wife, also, and I don't want this to be a negative type of a thing when we speak about Michael Cohen and all of this stuff. So I want to put an end to it. That's why I had the space. I promise you, there's no personal things here, except for my only personal thing with Michael Cohen is I want to be able to get the truth. I want him to come out and speak to me in front of everybody. I'm not going to do it behind the scenes. I'm not looking to have these backdoor conversations and then come out here pretend everything. If I want to have it out in front of each and every one of you, because you deserve it. Because you subscribe to him, you subscribe to me. It's only fair for you guys to be able to see what it is we're talking about. So yes, as Bad Bunny says, as my sister says, love conquers hate. We are blessed. Stay positive. Definitely subscribe to Center of Positive Energy, because if she can keep me positive through all this craziness, something that she's doing must be right. So I love you all. I gotta jump on because otherwise Shay's gonna kill me. We have a 3:15 call, and I will be going later live again. Thanks everybody. Continue the fight. Continue to pass the message, spread it, and definitely go to Lev Remembers because we are on backlog. Get your Wolfpack gear. The movement is only started, and we're about to go and get some truth out there. There's a lot that's happening, so I look forward to joining you and sharing it with you soon. Take care.